Hello to all. We will continue our airnav visual procedure we designed at Ayers. If we remember, it was completely simple and easy, but many things are missing for our file to make it work properly in a FMS. And for the procedure also is missing the missed approach procedure. So we will design a missed approach procedure first of all. We remember our procedure is this one. Up. I can remove this window. So our procedure has one transition via EAF2 or via EAF1. We come from here and then turn left to land on runway 31, or we come from EAF2 and we turn right to land on EAF and runway 31. After that, if we have any trouble, if we miss anything, we can make a missed approach, and I propose we can do what we want, but I think the best and the easiest one is to go higher into the runway axis. It's in general, it's what we do, and until we are 400 feet above the field, airport field, we can turn right and make a holding pattern at one of the EAF, like that. When we are ready to try again, we'll leave the holding pattern and we go back to try the approach. We will do like that. So we have to go back in our coding. Here it is. And we have to code at the end of our procedure the missed approach. Very easy. Because we want to go up 4,400 feet above the airport field. The airport field is at 1,600 and by 26 feet. We will climb, I will say, at minimum 2,100 feet. Let's go to 3,000 feet, like that. We are sure we are above the airport. So I made a course to altitude. It will be this path terminator, mean that we will stay on the course of the runway, course to altitude, the altitude. We go higher, and we climb to 3,000 feet. It will be or above. I press on the button. I made a mistake. I made a mistake because put the line here 20, and that's not good. I remove it. I have to say to the software that we want to add this new line at the end. The last line is number 60, so I have to tell him that now I want the line 70. So I put my course to altitude at the line 70, and here is the course to altitude. Of course, the course to altitude, many things are missing. The first of them is the course. The red box tells me that something is mandatory here for this path terminator, mandatory for the Arinc 424 format, and it's because we have to put at or above in course to altitude during the missed approach. When I change that, I put it like that. When the box is green, that means that now it's okay. We have to validate it. Okay, and the course, we have to put a heading. We remember it was 305. So I have to put heading 305 just here to make it validating, because I cannot push on the button. I have to click on the label just above it. The box is now green, and I have to validate it. I didn't told you that at the last time. So now we have this course to altitude. We have to tell the FMS that we are now in the missed approach procedure. So we have to click on this part of the coding and to tell him that it is the first leg of the missed approach. Same, I have to validate. That's all. From now, we will see after the things we can put. And when we are 3,000 feet or above, because in time, we have to tell the FMS that now the aircraft can turn right to go back to. We'll show you again what we wanted to do. So now we are climbing to 3,000 feet, and now we will turn right to go to EIF2. We will make a direct to fix. That's the easiest way. So wherever we are, we turn right to go to the EIF point. So from here, now I am the line 80 because it's increasing normally. I will take the point I want, donc EIF2, hop, and I say direct to fix, and go for it. Direct to fix. I have to give it a direction turn, or even if we don't put any, the FMS, there's a rule in the F424, if there's less than 90 degrees, no problem, but if there's more than 90 degrees, we have to put turn direction. Here we have quite 180 degrees, so we obviously need to say we turn right. Okay. I do validate, I can save, and we can see what we have done. So we are going down to the runway. If we have a missed approach, we are aiming to fly on the course 305, climbing, and when we are at 3,000 feet, we turn right and go back to the AF2 point. But now we want to say that we will hold at this point. Very easy. We just have to add another GF, TF, anything, because I don't have the button holding. We don't use it so many times. So I keep the EIF2, I put a TF EIF2, but here I have to modify the path terminator. It's not anymore TF, but it will be HM, like that. I validate, and when I click on it, I see that I have to put a turn direction, can be right or left, as we want to give it the information that we want it to turn. We have to give him a heading for the holding. There's what we can call that a course. We will give always the same 305. We will give it an altitude also and a distance of before the way back. We'll say in general it's 4 or 5 nautical miles. I can put, let's put 5 nautical miles. Always the same, because it's not green, I have to push on the label to put it green before I validate. And after that, everything is validated. Okay, I can save from now and see what we have done. And here we see, after we come back on the EIF, that we will go to turn on the holding pattern. So we are done now for the trajectory. Everything is okay. But we still have some details to see. Example, here we have to say that we start. We have to say at what altitude we R, we have to, so for my, I think, because of the design of the procedure, because we start descending from the FAF at 3,000 feet, FACF has to be 3,000 feet or above, and here we have to be 3,500 feet or above, because here we have the terrain. We can see it will be it happened here. The terrain is at 3,000 feet, so it's quite high. We will have to take care when we will code star, and we have to be above. So 3,500 will be enough, even if it's maybe not enough, but it's for the example. Or above, I validate. By the same, we have to put a speed. I think we can put a speed of 220 knots, and that's okay for the first EAF. We have to say here it's a EAF. Okay, EAF. It's a A code, and we validate it. Same for here. No need to put any speed, no need to put the RNP, no need to put the altitude. Yes, we put the altitude of 3,000 feet or above. Same. But there's nothing else to add. I don't think so. Yes, we have something to add here. We have to say that it is the end of the leg. This is a leg. This is the VIA IF1. So now the IF1 leg is over, because after that we will go to the procedure. So we have to tell it at the end of the procedure, of the leg. The other one, we can code it absolutely the same way, as exactly with the same parameters. So altitude 3,000 feet, 3,500 feet, and at or above. The speed can stay also at 220 knots. We can put our RNP. Let's put the RNP1 here, and we can put the same RNP1 here. That means required navigation performance. If we have less than one RNP, RNAV1, we will trigger a message, a warning message, a caution message in the cockpit. On the last here, yes, we had here to add the altitude at or above 3,000 feet. And that's it. That's okay for this one. We have to also tell him that it is the end of the second EAF via EAF2. It is the end of this leg. Now, for the final, we have also to make some arrangements, some adjustments. Same at the FACF, we have to recopy the altitude we had here. We said it was 3,000 feet or above. I validate. No need to put another RNP. We can put 0.3. We can put many things. From here, we also eventually can put path angle, but it's okay. We have it from the FAF. It will be enough. And that's the initial fix. There's no distance. There's no recommended nav, no need. For the FAF, I think we have everything we need. RNP, normally here we can turn to, let's do it, 0.3. Yep. And there's a coding for Arinc 424, that's 0.31, but if you select it in the list, it's easier for to use it. I think this one is quite okay. Never be a flyover, a FAF. The missed approach point is always the flyover. Here it's a runway, so we have the code G here. It's a missed approach point, so we have a M here. mapped. No turn direction, of course. Altitude, of course, not the above. We have an angle for the descent. No speed, no RNP, nothing more. The course to altitude here, it's quite okay also. And the M here, it's because it's the first point of the missed approach. The direct to fix and the holding. Yes, for the direct to fix, yes, we saw here that we had to put it in flyover waypoint. I will show you where. It's mandatory in the Arinc 424 that if for the holding, to be sure that you pass over this point before you go into the holding pattern, this point has to be flyover. It's like that. That's the law. So I put it in flyover and I validate and I save. And I think we are quite done for this approach. Let's see what it is in Google Earth. And here is our procedure. So the repetition of the procedure. We see here that we have 3,500 or more. We're going down to 3,000, and then after you go on land. In case of go around, you go here and you make, no, in the other side, you make some pattern, some holding pattern before you try again to go on land on this one. We can see here, but it's not done for that we are above the terrain, but not so, there's not so much room. So we will have to take care when we will see, we will create after, and it will be the next video. We will create after a beautiful star that will come on this IF, and it will come with the maximum security. Okay, bye-bye.